Have you heard this horrific story? Really, you don't know. You don't know from one minute to the next. And what kind of children are we raising in many areas of this country? 3 teenagers. I mean, I'll call them teenagers. I don't want to insult animals, because when I call people animals, I get letters from animal lovers saying, well, animals would never do that. 3 teenage suspects accused of gunning down an Australian student, an Australian baseball player who was visiting here in Oklahoma. They gunned him down in cold blood. Why? Why do you think? They wanted his iPhone, his iPad. They wanted his drugs. They wanted his wallet. They wanted his money. What? No. They did it for the fun of it. They did it for the fun of it. That's what they say, according to police. And they are expected to face first-degree murder charges. And I know they're not adults. They had better face first degree. Now let's talk about Christopher Lane, 22, visiting the U.S. on a baseball scholarship at East Central University. He was jogging along a road in Duncan, Oklahoma. He visited his girlfriend. This was on Friday. We're finding out about it now. And he was shot in the back, allegedly by these teens. A woman tried CPR. Paramedics arrived, but Lane was pronounced dead an hour later. He went by the residence, according to the police department chief. The boys were. They picked him as a target. They got in a car and followed him and then decided to shoot him for the fun of it. They came up from behind like true cowards and shot him in the back with a small caliber weapon, then sped away. Police tracked down the teens using surveillance video from a business that is near the shooting scene, according to KOCO. And the 3 teenagers arrested are charged with first-degree murder, and if convicted, they face a maximum sentence of life in prison, notwithstanding their ages of 15, 16, and 17. They can be tried as adults, but they can't face the death penalty, since they are under the age of 18, according to the DA's office. Now, the teens have not been identified by police, and they remain in custody, although I have heard from people in the newsroom that they have seen these teens. The boy who talked to us, according to the police chief, said, one of the boys said, we were bored and didn't have anything to do, so we decided to kill somebody. Decided to kill somebody. One of the alleged shooter's Facebook pages, investigators found the message, bang, 2 drops in 2 hours. So maybe there's another body out there somewhere. Maybe there's another unexplained death or murder or homicide in that area that these thugs may have been responsible for. The father of the 15-year-old denied his son had a role in the death, but said the boy had his run-ins with the law before. The mother of the 16-year-old said her son and his 2 friends were part of a wannabe gang, but insisted he's not a killer. So I guess that falls to the 17-year-old. Folks, this is just an example of what goes on. It's just an example of the fragility of life, the evil that's out there, and how you don't know. Now, let me ask you a question, back to profiling. What if the victim here had a chance to, from a distance, see these possible attackers, these future attackers who he might have viewed as future attackers or bad news? And what if he crossed the street or went down a different block to get away from them? You know what you could accuse him of? You could accuse him of profiling. That's right, profiling. Imagine that. Imagine if he only had the opportunity to see them coming from in front instead of speeding up in a car from behind and shooting him in the back. Might he have had the chance to get away? Might he have had the chance to feel something was wrong? Might he have had the chance to profile the situation, discriminate in the situation, and walk the other way, run the other way, do something that would have saved his life? Oh, but that would have been racist if these guys were black and he was white, and that would have been terrible, and racial profiling's against the law, and that makes him a bigot, and he would be making an assumption that these kids were trouble. For the record. So our heart goes out to the family and the friends, and just a horrific story. Horrific story. Use your head, and he had no chance here to use anything. But if you sense something is wrong, then walk the other way. Walk the other way. He didn't have that opportunity, unfortunately.